Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Placement Diaries. I am Ananya Mathur, a pre final year student studying in UPS Dehradun. I am also the social media head at UPES-CSA. And with us, we have the president of CSA, Mr. Pranav Aaron, who will share some insights about his college life with us.
Okay, firstly, I would introduce myself. My name is Pranav Aron, and I'm the president of UPES-CSA. And it has been 4 years in CSA, starting from first year. So I joined CSA in my first year as a core committee member in events team, and then for a tenure of 2 years after that, I became the events head in my third year. Serving as events head for a 1 year tenure, I was given an opportunity to serve as the president of UPES-CSA. So I saw the journey of CSA from being around 50 plus members in team, and then grew up to around 350 plus members in CSA. So this growth of CSA I saw when I was the part of the team. So when I talk about my personal growth, so I was the lead change maker of career services department in my first year. Then I became the senior mentor. Then I became the SPR, and then also I became the part of AWS user group. And there are many entities or positions that I attained in my 4 years during my college life. So this is all about me. And also, yes, though I'm in final year and I'm placed in productivity and as the risk advisor. So this is about me.
So, sir, firstly, I would like to ask you, how was your experience in CSA?
Okay, we had a talk about the journey of me in CSA, where I have attained different positions. Though it has been 4 years, so have been involved with different types of people from starting of the year in CSA. So, like I would say that the friends today that I have are all associated to CSA. They were head of different departments, different teams, and the memories or the things that we learned together, the discussions, the long night discussions, the long night work that we did, had made such a confidence and a teamwork ability in us that now even when we just scroll down all the images, the past images of the cloud security alliance, we got to remember that these were the days. And even I would say the majority part of my college life has been spent in CSA, and all the memories that I collected were very great.
Yes, sir, you have rightly said it. Like, I've also joined CSA and I've been working for the past 2 years and I've made a lot of connections through CSA. Now, we'll just move to your academic side a bit. Like, if you could go back to your first year, what advice would you give yourself now you've like gone through the placement and the internship process in the college?
Okay, though I would say that still I don't regret any of my decisions, which I think that I could have made in my first year, and it would help me in my rest 3 years. But yes, there was one thing that I was very shy to talk to any of my seniors. Like, if I have a senior who is 4 years senior to me, then my first question, like first few questions to me strike was like, how do I talk to him? What should I ask him? How would he judge me? Because he is a fourth year student, I am a first year. So he would judge me कि इसको पूछने की जरूरत क्या है, एक तो ये जूनियर्स काफी ज्यादा बड़े बन रहे हैं, सो जवाब नहीं दूंगा तब भी चलेगा, right? So these questions just beholded me, like holded me back, uh, to not just text the person first and get connected with that person. If I would have done that thing in my first year, then I think there were many opportunities or many departments that I would have explored in very early time. But though after second year, that thing was improved. But yes, this was the decision that I think I could have taken in my first year or learned.
Okay, sir. So, like, what was the one unexpected skill that you learned during your time in CSA or during your time in college, like that is helpful for you after you have like placed and you have done your internships?
Okay, so I think this question is very important to me because I have answered in many of the talks that or the meetings that we do. Like when I joined the college, the first year though was COVID time, right? So during the second year, when we just joined the hostel and were coming to the college, so I saw that there were many thousands of students who were very intellectual in different domains. Like even I was personally experiencing that how would I stand up and in between them and lead, or I would say even how I would settle in among them. Right, I don't know any of the domains. I'm not aware of any of the domains that have to work into. So like I was not into public speaking a lot. So, but the skill that I learned in my till the end of fourth year was that those students whom by seeing them I was underconfident. Now in my fourth year, I am standing and these students are the part of committees, and I'm giving a talk, and I think this skill was never expected by me. And at the end of year, I have the ability to talk to and give some advices to the students, or even my like all the students of my fourth year also. So this was the skill that I learned, and I didn't expect that it would be the case when I would end my year.
Hmm. Yes, sir. But like you talk in the GBMs and everything, it doesn't look like that you were at all shy, like doing public speaking or doing anything that
Yeah, I
sort
think
of.
it is very important, and that only you will learn after the practice, when you will have the the opportunity to speak,
Hmm.
right?
Exactly. So, like as we know, after the COVID season, there was a decline in the jobs and placement activity. Like, what were the obstacles that you face in securing your placement?
Okay, I would start this question from my third year. Like when we were looking for the internships in my third year, so there weren't any of the companies. Like some were there were only few companies who were coming to the campus, and majority of the companies that came for internships in the university were for only for girls, right? So what I would say that during that time we got to know that there would be a problem for us in the placements and even internships, though our mentors suggested that you can take up some projects instead of doing an intern if you don't get it. So okay, so this was a secure point for us, but though placements was very important, we knew the conditions of the market, and even it was compulsory for us to have it. Right. So the things that I started to learn was that the basic understanding of all the basic concepts were taken up by everyone.
Hmm.
Right. The only thing in this market that could only differentiate is how you present your skills to the interviewer, or how confident you are among the interviewer. You have different group discussions during the placements. So that group discussion only results to one or two selections in a team,
Hmm.
and though the topics are very common, everyone has the knowledge of the same. So it ultimately tells you that not only the knowledge, but how you're speaking, how you're presenting, how you're making others understand that topic is very important. So this was the skill that I learned through CSA, though there was more practice on that through different subjects that we have in academics.
Hmm.
And just for going through all the basic concepts was my practice of understanding for the placements, because we knew that only few companies are going to come and we have to grab it at the earliest.
Okay, sir. So, uh, in the third and fourth year, you must be having some mentors who were there to guide you. Like, what was their role in your placements and internship in your soft skill development? How did mentors play a role for you?
Okay, for me the mentors were always the seniors, because going to classes, I think that was not my role, or that was not my cup of tea. Like waking up 9 a.m. every morning is not the thing that I am meant to be. So though I have covered all my attendance and all the things, academics results too, that were very good because I believe in self study though. But the mentors were always the seniors, because when I was a part of CSA, right, so it gave me an opportunity to connect
Hmm.
and take the opportunity for me and for my other people who are working in CSA. So when I just like go to grab some opportunity from my senior, the first thing is that they advise me how you can improve. If you would improve, then you can improve others too, right? So from soft skills to getting referrals or getting more connections, these three things I have always learned from my seniors, and all those by connecting and collaborating in different events with them.
Okay, sir. So, can you just share some specific steps that you took during your placement time? Like, what steps were you like applying that I should get a placement in this company in your domain, basically, in your study domain?
Okay, we are talking about the company or the domain?
Both.
Okay. So I was really focused on two things. The first, the cyber security domain, if I get it, or the
Hmm.
second is SD, software development engineering. Okay. So these two things I was just targeting from initial days of my placements. Though, what's the scenario is that I was like I am a part of cyber security, like cyber security and forensics. So though in this time during this market, many of the companies came for cybersecurity. Okay, so my though first preference was cybersecurity. So always I just got that whether it's asking for auditing, whether it's asking for networking in cybersecurity, I have to grab this, because the fundament of getting a job was that we need to grab it very fast,
Hmm.
because we all knew that the companies who would visit the campus will be very limited, and finding a job at off campus would be very difficult in this current scenario.
Hmm.
So like I think giving your best, you have to present. There is only one thing, right, that the confidence in your words is what all matters. If you don't know the answer, how you will accept it is
Hmm.
all matters. No one is
Yes.
a perfect man, but they want a very person who can adapt the team or the company, right?
So, like, so what was your process for getting placed in productivity? Like, what were the steps that you found that were very difficult for you or that were very easy for you?
Okay, so like answering this question, I would explain my journey in placements. So there were around 17 companies before the productivity I was placed. But the surprising thing is that all the 17 companies, I was not able to clear the online exam. Like it was the first initial phase of any of the placements, like where we go and attempt the online exam. So the online exams are being conducted online. You have to work from home. You have to do the exam from home, and many students are just attempting that exam, right? So there are many ways of clearing that exam. Everyone know it, and due to that, I was not able to reach the cut off that exam, right? So 17 exams of demotivation, and only 1 week in all the months of placement season was the time when I cleared around six of the companies, and those six companies interview was scheduled in 1 week, like from starting from Monday, Tuesday, all day. Every day I was in campus, offline interviews I just gave every day from morning 8 a.m. and coming to home at 10 p.m. So was my everyday schedule for 1 week. So productivity was the company scheduled the interview on Friday,
Hmm.
right? So productivity, during the productivity time, I was having one more interview in different campus.
Hmm.
So though I made a decision to not attempt it, And I think now it was a very good decision that I was not confused in two interviews at that time. If I would have done that, I think currently I would won't be placed in productivity this time, right? So during that week, all the 4 or 5 companies before the productivity, the interview I have attempted, the result were awaiting for them. So after the productivity result, the results of the company just came one by one, and all I was like cleared from that interview, and I have to go through an HR round of other companies. But though due to the rules of the career services, I was being just removed from that list because due to the package, like I was placed in higher package in productivity, so couldn't attempt in different companies having a lesser package. So this was my placement. So all the things have been changed in only 1 week, where I cleared many of the exams at one go.
So, like, what was your experience with the group discussions that were taking place on of the different companies? Because every company requires a different perspective of the person, like very different topics. Like, how were you able to tackle that?
Okay. So even I would, with the answer, I would give an advice to everyone who is watching, right, for GD. That GD is a thing that we have been practicing for more than 2 years in CSA or any of the communities. We are just debating over the topics all the time. So, like GD topics are very common topics. Like for example, if I give a topic which I was given in any of the company was that the youth, mental illness of youth, right? So this was the topic. So everyone just like there were around 15 to 16 members in a team. Everyone just brought a copy and a pen, and they also told me that Pranav, you're going to GD, but you're not having a copy in your hands. So how would you just point out the points, the main points, and what will you speak? Okay. So I said that I just came into campus without bag, so I don't have a copy or pen. So I think I would be able to go through the GD. I would just look into the GD. I don't know like how would it be resulting or something like that. Okay, so I just sat into the GD. So he gave the topic, and he asked us to just understand about the topic for 1 minute, and then you have to speak. Okay, so everyone was just writing on the pages. I was looking to them like what they're doing for 1 minute. Okay, so literally when everyone just started speaking, I didn't have any point. I didn't know how to speak initially. Like what would I speak? Though I have the practice of speaking in GD, but I didn't have any points prepared to speak. Right. So after like my turn was last. So he said the GD was going number wise. So I was the last one. So the main thing that I would make everyone understand that the presentation of topic which I presented, like I was the only one who was selected in that GD. So the thing was, what everyone just made the topic understand is that why mental illness is important, why government initiatives have been introduced for mental illness. So these were some of the things that everyone were making them understand, right? But what I made to understand, what the different thing that I did was to make people understand why youth is important for the nation, not the mental illness. If people could understand why youth is important, then only I could explain that there is a problem in youth of mental illness, and this is why we have to cure that. So rather than just going to the topic or making people influence around your story,
You went against the
yes,
topic and
yes, it would make very interesting for even to listener to understand you. Right. So this is a very, matlab, I would say, very important skill. Even when you're talking to someone, you don't have to speak directly to them. कि अगर वो नेगेटिव भी काम कर रहा है, you have to don't say कि अरे सबसे बेकार काम तूने किया है. You have to say कि अच्छा ये पॉइंट्स तुमने अच्छे किए हैं, पर हाँ ये एडिशन कर लेते तो शायद और अच्छा होता.
अच्छा हो जाए. Yes.
Right. This is the skill that I think प्रैक्टिस से आता है,
Hmm.
कम्युनिकेशन से आता है, टीम वर्क से आता है.
Hmm.
So these are the things that you have to keep in mind in during GD. You don't have to jump to the topic immediately.
Hmm.
Everyone in the GD have already done that.
Hmm.
So what's the different thing you will do is the presentation.
Hmm.
So work more on presentation. I think by this you will ace the GD.
Hmm. Okay, sir. So, if your college journey was a book, what would the title be, and who would you dedicate the book to, and why that title?
Okay, I think there are two books that I would name.
Hmm.
First one is like how we survived. Like during our 4 years, it was like a tremendous life where uh, passing through all the assignments, getting all the project presentations, many of the things. There were many of the things, getting grades, good grades.
Hmm.
So this was one book that I
Hmm.
would name, and the second book that I would name is the most important aspect of life, or I would say the path of life, because this book is like where I have been into positive and negative things in my life and with all my friends.
Hmm.
And though having different groups from starting from my first year to second year, then third year, then fourth year, so involving with different groups of friends.
Hmm.
And I think even after that, there would be very less people to whom I would be talking. Like even I can feel as of now many people have been started working in different companies, and there is very less talks that we do right now.
Hmm.
So there have been different learnings, different mentors. This is the most important aspect, because we have interacted with many of the people
Hmm.
during this time.
Hmm.
So these are two things are my favorite books that I would name if I would publish in even after some time. So this was.
So, sir, on an ending note, what advice would you like to give to the students who are gonna go for placements or for internships?
Okay. Though I would say that placements and internships is a part of life, and someone or someday you would surely achieve it.
Hmm.
But the most important thing I would say that you just have to do or go with the flow. There is nothing, if you will just go against the flow, then there might be problems or there might be difficulties that you have to face. So just go with the flow. थोड़े थोड़े concepts अपने clear करते चलो, and you have to enjoy your life as you do, right? So don't give like time is the priority. So prioritize your things and just work according to your perspectives and your life. So this is my advice for everyone, that don't degrade yourself. You just go with the flow. You have to take small steps to achieve a big thing in life.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a very insightful talk with you, and I hope everybody will like this. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Chandana.